Hello, dear students. I am an English teacher. I am a teacher of English and a professional English language. Let's start our video lesson, professional English lesson. My name is Isibekova Maria Imagazina. The theme of the lesson, transportation of children. The aim of the lesson to teach and enlarge professional vocabulary, to introduce with the rules of transportation children, to develop students' logical thinking in order to find a way how they can connect the common words with the professional lexicon. Importance of professional English. Let's learn the new words. This lexical material would be for you very useful. Let's start learning new words. Transportation, перевозка. Children, дети. Car seat, детское автокресло. Seat belt, ремень безопасности. School bus, школьный автобус. Driver, водитель. Safety, безопасность. Law, закон. Restraint system, удерживающаяся система. Booster seat, бустер, сиденье, подставка. Supervision, надзор, присмотр. License, водительское удостоверение. Traffic rules, правила дорожного движения. Escort, сопровождающий. Students, I'm going to read this text. This text depends for the airlines, how they transport the children. We are going to understand the rules of how to transport the children. Listen to this text very attentively. After that, this text, I'll give you some questions. You have to answer these questions. Students, I'm going to read this text. Please listen to this text very attentively. In this text, we are going to understand how the airlines to transport the children. Every air company has their own rules. Students, pay attention, please, to this word, unaccompanied mind. If you translate into Russian, несопровожденный, unaccompanied mind, commonly known as yum, is a child who is traveling alone without a parent, guardian, or responsible. Accompaniment of a child is usually required if he is under 15 years of age. What age is considered an unaccompanied minor? Airlines generally consider children between the ages of 5 and 14 who travel without a parental guardian to be unaccompanied minors. For kids between 15 and 17, unaccompanied minor service is typical optional. Air Astana realizes that in some cases, parents and guardians cannot fly with their children and they have to entrust them to the airline employees. Air Astana is pleased to welcome unaccompanied minors on board its aircraft, both on domestic and international flights, from 6 to 15 years old, inclusive. And we hope that the rulers and the procedures we have developed will facilitate this decision. Air Astana does not charge admission fees for the transportation of unaccompanied minors. On domestic flights within Kazakhstan, the price of a ticket for a minor child age 16 and 14 years traveling without an accompanying person is 50% of the current full fare for adults. Unaccompanied minors who are 15 years of age are all paid full adult rate. On international flights, the ticket price for an unaccompanied minor, child age 16 and 11, is 75% of the current full adult fare. Unaccompanied children between 12 and 15 years old pay the full cost of the adult fare. Tickets for children under 2 years old. Passengers planning a flight within children under 2 years old, when buying a ticket, must inform the cashier that the child is traveling with you and demand a ticket from the cashier. Despite the fact that the ticket is free for children of this age, its presence is required. In the absence of information about the child in the booking, SCAT cannot guarantee the boarding of your child. This is due to safety requirements according to speech. Special quotas are allocated for children under 2 years old, the receipt of which is confirmed only by the presence of a ticket. Pay attention, please, to this sentence. What is the escort to the arrival hall? When the flight arrives at the destination airport, a ground crew member will accompany the child through immigration, baggage claim, and arrivals. The ground crew member may not speak the child's language, but will make sure the child is always supervised and safe. When the child meets with the designated legal parent or guardian at the arrival hall, they verify the identity of the legal parent or guardian before saying goodbye. Now, please pay attention to this text. What is an escort to the arrival hall? When the flight arrives at the destination airport, a ground crew member will accompany the child through immigration, baggage claim, and arrivals. The ground crew member may not speak the child's language, but will make sure the child is always supervised and safe. When the child meets with the designated legal parent or guardian at the arrival hall, they verify the identity of the legal parent or guardian before saying goodbye. Pay attention, please. What is the case safety rules include? First of all, every adult persons and every children must know how the safety rules include. Use of appropriate child restraints, car seats, booster seats. Children should sit in the back seat. School buses should meet safety standards. Drivers must have special license and clean records. Adult supervision may be required during transport. Dear students, how I said before the lesson, you have to answer these questions. First question, who are unaccompanied children? How airport staff check whether the person who met the child is really the parent? How much discount is valid for children on the plane? Additionally, what do you need for international transportation of children? Children up to what age are transported accompanied by an adult passenger? I'll give you 4-5 minutes. Check your answer. Who have answered correctly, I'll give you good marks, and it's well done. Students, our video lesson is over. Thank you for your attention. Today's lesson was very useful for your future job. Have a nice day. Goodbye. See you later.